Okay, so today we're just going to talk about some really basic breathing technique, a basic breathing technique that you're going to use in yoga. You're going to find in yoga, and you can also use as kind of a reset or a restart if you're ever even at work. It's something really simple you can do at work. If you even just take 3 breaths with this pattern, it can kind of help reset you and so that way you don't need to go outside of yourself to de-stress or re-energize. So it's going to deal with breathing into the 3 chambers of the lungs. The first chamber is down in our belly, and typically when we walk around, we just breathe shallow into our chest. So now we're going to breathe deep into the belly. So you're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And as you inhale, the belly is going to expand and fill up like a balloon. And as you exhale, the belly is going to draw in and at the end slightly up. There's a slight lift at the end. So you inhale, fill up like a balloon. Exhale, draw in and slightly up. And you might just do a few rounds like that, maybe even just 3 rounds at first. Hands can rest in a mudra, the index fingers touching the thumbs. That's Gyan Mudra, that's the most common one, or any comfortable hand position. I like to put my hand on my belly at first so I could feel the expansion and then I could feel it draw back in and up at the end. So you do a few breaths into the belly, that's the first chamber of the lungs. Then you want to breathe more into the side ribs, and you want to feel the ribs expand out sideways. On the inhale, you widen out. On the exhale, you just draw back in pretty naturally on the exhale. So and that's the second chamber of the lungs, and you just keep breathing into the ribs. So you're breathing into areas that you don't normally consciously bring breath into. So you take a few breaths there. That's the second chamber of the lungs. Take your time with it. And then the third chamber of the lungs is up in the upper chest and the clavicle. You can put your hand there to feel the chest expand on the inhale. And then on the exhale, it just naturally draws back in. Be sure to keep your spine straight and tall as you do this. So sometimes on the exhale, we'll tend to round, right? We want to keep the spine straight and tall. Inhale, exhale, the chest just naturally relaxes back down. Inhale. And that's the third chamber of the lungs. That's where we typically breathe into, but we don't do it in a conscious way, and a lot of times we do it backwards. So we want to expand and fill up on the inhale like a balloon. And exhale just gently empties out all the air. Now the final step is to put all 3 chambers together in one smooth breath. So you're going to inhale, you're going to hit all these 3 checkpoints. You're going to inhale the belly, then the ribs, and the chest fill up with air. You can have a slight pause at the top. Then on the exhale, the chest relaxes as it empties out the air, ribs draw back in, belly draws in and slightly up. Okay, so you're just connecting all 3 parts, one smooth, seamless inhale. You can have a slight pause at the top and then one smooth, seamless exhale. So it can look like this. So that's just a really quick example. It's a lot of moving parts at first, but that's why it helps to segment the breaths in the first chamber, then the second chamber, then the third. Then you kind of smoothly connect all 3 of them. That's basically the foundation for your long, deep breathing practice in yoga. There's a lot of other techniques, but that's a really great way to start. So you can incorporate that into either your yoga practice or even if you're at work or anywhere you just need to reset, that's a great breath to do. Have a great day.